Jay, we need to explain why you attacked me in such a way.
Attacked you?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Well, whatever.
I was being, that's like a handshake where I live. I grew up in a very affectionate place.
In truth be told, I deserved it because I stole your story. In commercial break, you were saying how you felt puffy and fat and bloated after a flight.
I took a red eye to New York to do The View, to co-host The View, right?
You were telling me this in commercial.
And I made the mistake of wearing a yellow dress shirt. Yellow, it's hard to pull off, all yellow, because you look like Big Bird. But with a puffy face, 2 hours of sleep, right to the studio, and they just put makeup on you. And I just look like a fatso. And I told you, I look like a peep. And then you laughed, and you go, welcome back. I saw you on The View. You were wearing a yellow shirt, and you looked all heavy and bloated, and you looked like a peep. And so then I waited for there just to be
now, wait a minute. I didn't just do it when we came back. You were picking on me. I was down, and I said, I got to come back here, and I pulled that one out, which is a reverse. You respected it. You laughed hard.
Yeah.
But you did a package.
If you want to say stealing material is a reverse, that's fine.
Yeah. It's just such a comedy thing, though, the stealing of material.
No, it's not.
It's a territorial
an anti-comedy thing. It's like it never happened.
Yeah, and that's why I did it. I'm not a comedian, but I am a guy who knows how to fight back.
Yeah, I read that on your tombstone. It said, here lies, one day, here lies Billy Bush, a guy that knows how to fight back. Notice I didn't flex when you grabbed my arm.
No, it's the worst thing.
I'm comfortable enough.
Ready?
Oh, you don't want any part. That's crazy.
That's big, actually.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
Have you been working out?
Can I put my shirt back on? I'm a little awkward. Have I been working out? You can never stop. Once you hit 40, it's like this constant battle.
Have you hit 40 yet?
I'm 41.
Really?
I'm the one. I'm yelling. Sorry.
I'm going to be 40
I sound like Keitel. I'm 41. You're going to be 40 tomorrow?
I'm going to be 40 next week. I mean, next month.
Well, same thing.
Anything happens?
Your
dribbling
belly
now instead of
belly, and you get up to pee more, and you fart when you pee.
Really?
Yeah. Remember your dad? You'd be at a urinal at like a Jets game. Your dad would be like, That's like something that happens when you're 40. But mostly I have to stop all beverages at about 6 p.m. Otherwise, I'll just pee like 5 times.
I'm already doing that. I think I'm ahead of schedule here.
You should get your prostate checked.
Don't freak me out. I'm a hypochondriac.
I'm not freaking you out, but if you're going to turn 40, that's when I got my prostate checked.
I'll be checking it today.
And it's not bad. A prostate exam is 90% 10% ooh. Are you sure you're done, sir?
Check it again.
And both of his hands were on my shoulders.
Jay Mohr is with us. Jay, you got so much you're doing. You're doing stand-up comedy at night.
Yes.
Well, you're a father, too. You got a little baby, huh?
I got 2 boys. I have an 8-year-old and a 5-month-old. That's a crazy age difference. Because one wants to shoot hoops and the other one's been grinding out a deuce for 7 hours. You're like, oh, we'll play in a minute. I'm just waiting for somebody for this bomb to drop, and then we can finally get on with our lives.
Don't you have a nanny? I mean, you have a nanny helping you guys out?
A little bit, but you don't want to be that kind of person with the
guy.
nannies and traveling around, with a bunch of nannies and stuff. And plus, you want to spend time with the babies; they're fun. But my son got circumcised, and this is the only time this has ever been a compliment. He said, "Wow, he's got the penis of a 2-year-old."
And he's 8?
No, the other one, dummy.
Oh, the little one.
The 2-month-old. He said he has the penis of a well, I wouldn't circumcise an 8.
Circumcision.
Yeah, I did it in my garage with a Poland weed eater.
I don't know what goes on over there at
I
the
did
Mohr
it at home
household.
with a buzzsaw and some zip ties. I just took care of it. Ziploc bag and some spinach.
Are you a good father?
I think so, but I try to get better every day. You try.
What do you do? What do you do? What's a special little Jay thing? Do you read a story that every night? Do you have a little routine that's?
Well, that's the thing in our house. It's routine. Like dinner's the same time. Dinner's like we eat early. Like 4:30, 5. A lot of people are going out to dinner with their kids at 7. It's for sushi. It's such like a west side of L.A. Like, we're going to Pearl Dragon at 8. Like your kid's in 2nd grade. You're going to put him in a sushi joint so you can get drunk?
Oh, so it's bad
like, how about
form.
you make a meal once in a while and stay at home, and then you can put on Wonder Pets and hang out.
I'll give you some research. Number one thing, you want to delay what your kids get into. They're going to get into it at some point. Try a whole bunch of stuff. You want to delay it. The number one, research-wise, family dinners.
Yeah.
Talking, just knowing what's going on in their lives.
We do a lot of talking. Obviously, I do because I can't shut up. I have a problem. And with the baby, I think we just set the world record kissing this guy. He's so beautiful. We just kiss him. I swear to God. Yesterday I realized
Well, you're married to Nikki Cox. That is a lot
I kiss her a lot too, but I kiss the baby more.
But the baby looks like Nikki, I hope.
He looks from me from like the halfway of the nose up, and he looks just like her. He's got her lips, and like from the nose down, and he's just gorgeous and funny, and he's an answered prayer. He prayed very hard for that baby.
Really?
And here he is. Life is good. If I ask,
I keep waiting for the funny to come out here. No, but I like a tender moment. Good.
See,
I'm waiting. I'm
now
on guard.
Come see one of my shows. That's what it's all about, man. My stand-up shows and the podcasts. You know,
you got to share these moments, Jay. I like this. I like seeing into
share
the heart. A very soft heart, very sensitive man.
Gags?
No, not right now. I like it where you are.
I like that you're dressed like you're on the set of Newsies. He's wearing a vest, a tie, a shirt to do parabolic flight chart graphs. It's something smarter than a Daughtry song. Sorry.
Your wife.
Daughtry's kicking it.
Does your wife like you all the time, or do you drive her crazy?
No, we've never driven each other crazy. Ever. We've never had an argument.
One of the great romances. I mean, you never had an argument.
Nope. Never raised their voices. It's easy to not have an argument when your wife's always right.
She is.
She won't speak. I'm not being facetious or like creepy. She won't say anything unless she's molded over obsessive compulsively.
Worked it out and really figured out that she's right.
I'm pretty sure, Phil, you got to go north on the 101, and you just go. You ignore your GPS and do what she says. And she's always right.
Good for you.
Yeah. I said,
that's got to be hard to live with, though.
No, it's the best. It takes all. Why do I want to be right if she's right? Only a crazy person goes, she's always right. I want to be right. If she's right, it takes all the pressure off. There's no arguments.
You don't have to do anything. You're just right. You let her drive, or do you drive the car when you guys all go?
And I said, you should learn to drive. And she goes, I'm just afraid if I drive, I'm going to hurt someone. And I go, don't drive.
Yeah.
It's hard to take a nap driving to Vegas with somebody behind the wheel that's dreamt about killing many in her vehicle. Like Christopher Walken and Annie Hall. I want to veer the car into the oncoming traffic. Excuse me, Dwayne. I'm due back on planet Earth. This is, not your viewers are more the Tracy Morgan get everybody pregnant crowd.
How do you study this for a long time?
Yeah, I studied it in college. I went to Fame. Me and Coco and Leroy and that Jewish boy that did the comedy jokes. We're gonna live forever. Remember, that was me dancing in the Fountain of Fame when Coco had to take her shirt off in the photo shoot. I said, don't go to him, Coco. He's going to make you take your shirt off. He's going to turn illicit.
Has Tracy heard this?
I don't think Tracy's heard much.
Oh.
Tracy's an odd guy.
He's not a listener.
When you get him one-on-one, he will totally hear you out. But, he'll dial it way in. Like a radio operator. But then when he's out. Like he's the tide. He goes way out. Like you could say, hey, Tracy, this is my friend Billy. He's from space. And he'd be like, hey, how you doing, Billy? Like he won't even be like,
Billy?
He won't even be like, what do you mean space? What you mean space? Who's from space? He'll just be like, oh, yeah? What part of space you at, man? Yeah. 'Cause I went to junior high in the Nebulon. And I remember in 5th grade they made us read Scruples. Ronzoni is my favorite pasta. That's why I got no pants on. So I like
what does that mean? Ronzoni is my favorite pasta. That's why I have no pants on.
Nothing. That's
the beauty of the whole thing.
I like you have a radio show and I've done all the talking.
That's exactly it.
Just like a night off for you?
Yeah, exactly.
What can you do for me?
Commercials are next, Jay. You can just say. Here's what I can do for you. I can plug a few things that
I like that you're syndicated.
Yeah.
I like
widely syndicated.
Yeah. I'm going to be doing stand-up in Pittsburgh
next
there. Week.
We're on in Pittsburgh.
I'll be at the Improv in Pittsburgh in about a week or so, and then later. You just jmohr.com, and then I'll be in Cleveland Improv. I hate all
jmohr.com has really made plugging a lot easier. People with their own websites. It's really nice.
It's not like a fancy.
Because you know what? Because people in Tucson don't want to hear that you're going to be in Pittsburgh.
Well,
they
people
don't care.
in Tucson know that I'm never coming.
Why?
Tucson?
Yeah, it's not for you, huh?
Do I play football for the Wildcats? Why am I going to Tucson?
Yeah, that's true. Phoenix?
Yeah, I'm there actually tonight. Excuse me, I'm driving there tonight, and I'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Stand Up Live in Phoenix. Holla.
How hard is it to be away from the The kids.
We roll together, bro.
Everybody goes. What? Nikki's going with you?
We've never been in 7 years. We've been apart 2 weeks combined, and most of that was like sleeping over in the hospital when somebody else in the family was ill.
Why? Why do you guys spend so much time together?
We're best friends. We don't know what to do without each other. Didn't we almost have it all?
Oh my God! Are you serious? You're so. I love this, Jay.
Yeah, I love my Billy Bush, man.
I know you do.
Holy smokes! For those of you listeners that watch the show, what's the name of your show?
Please don't say this. Don't tell him.
What's the name of your show?
Access Hollywood Live.
I just didn't want to say the wrong name because there's like a bunch.
Extra Live.
All the things. I reached under the desk to shake your third hand, and I was alarmed at what greeted me. Usually when you play grab ass with the guys, it's kind of like a hoot and a holler, you know, you tap a guy, you know, like, hey, cup check, who's wearing a cup? Somebody needs 2 or 3 cups. That is monstrous. That thing has its own zip code. I bet your penis has a penis. Good Lord. That thing's so big it lives under a bridge. William Bush from now on. I mean, it was incredible. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm not saying any of this for a fact.
Yeah. None of it.
No. You know you got that mule. Don't act like I'm talking out of school. Westwood One Radio.
The only one laughing harder than me right now is my wife.
How long you been married?
13 years.
And how many kids? 3 kids?
3 kids. 3.
How old are them kids you got over there?
Zigs.
I got kids. That means I had sex with her. 3 times we did it.
6, 10, 13. You don't want to get there, my friend.
She's a girl, obviously.
Yeah.
Because
All
boys
girls.
are way... I got 2 boys. Boys are way easier than girls because you can make more mistakes with a boy. Like, you got 2 boys. You can just lie to them. You know, like, they come downstairs like, Daddy, can we watch TV? And you go, we don't have a TV. And he goes, oh, okay. And he turns around to go upstairs, but the younger brother's still coming downstairs, and they bump heads and knock each other out. So now you got 2 hours to take a nap. But a little girl has, like, the receipt from when you bought the TV in her Hello Kitty Trapper Keeper in her little office, alphabetized, like, we do have a TV, and you did not get the extended warranty because the salesman was African-American, and you were intimidated. And she's right. Like, the little girl knows. Look at Billy.
Oh, my God.
How many Twitter followers do you have?
I don't know. 80,000?
Yeah, right. You don't know.
80,000.
You check it like a lunatic.
I have not checked it in a month or so, or 2 months. I don't.
Why?
I don't know, because I gave up. It kind of leveled off. I was like, that's it.
It's because you stopped talking about it. You got to
Yeah.
You got to forget about that stuff, man.
Yeah, so I forgot about it.
No, I mean, you got to forget about forgetting about Just help me out here. You got to keep plugging away and just do it.
Help me out.
You just got to be on your radio show.
I'm not going to help you
Is
out
that
like you
sweat
helped me
dripping
out.
from
earlier.
your nose?
Yeah.
Sweat out the drugs.
Jesus. I am.
Master Debaters is on tonight, right now. Right now. Stop talking over my plugs.
Master Debaters is a reference to masturbatory.
No, it's a reference
exercise.
to a great new show on FuelTV, Master Debaters with Jay Mohr, where we sit around and we argue and we debate great topics.
This is like the male version of The View. Does that make you the Whoopi? Are you the Whoopi?
Yeah. You could have done that off mic, but whatever. Let people in Tucson know how you feel about them.
Yeah.
Tuscum. What? Who's the greatest redheaded athlete of all time?
The greatest redheaded athlete of all time.
Basically, it's the argument you would have in a bar with your friends. FuelTV filmed it and put it on television.
Okay, who is the best?
I'm asking you.
I don't know. I don't know any redheaded athletes. Wait a minute.
You want to be a guest and you want to debate.
Brian Leach.
Who's that?
He's strawberry head. Yeah, Rangers defense.
You think he's better? He's saying Shaun White from the Peanut Gallery.
Oh, Shaun White, maybe, but that's not. You can't compare football, hockey, and team sport or pipe guy.
Darren Erstad.
Bill Walton was a redhead?
No.
He was not a redhead.
He's still a redhead, you creep.
No, he's not. He's a grayhead now.
He's a deadhead.
He's a deadhead, even better.
Oh, that is easily the finest rebound of Michael Olowokandi young career. So, okay, here's a better topic. What's a 60-year-old woman that you would sleep with, but also date and like take out to party? Like this is my home. This is my girl. Over 60. Who's the woman that Billy Bush lays down with every night?
I think Susan Sarandon is got a hot factor to her.
She's not 60.
She's 64. I'm going deeper.
What?
Yeah.
No, I just
Susan
saw her.
Sarandon's 63 at least.
She's like 4'6" in real life too. Have you seen her?
She's
tiny.
See what I'm saying? Not afraid.
Holy smokes!
I like her. I like who else?
Susan Sarandon out of the whole world of women.
I'll tell you who else. Helen Mirren. Let's go. Really?
Oh yeah. Helen Mirren was a good answer on the show.
Helen Mirren is very attractive. Those bikini shots came out of her last year. She was hot.
She's all tatted up too. Like she's got Jimi Hendrix's face on her upper thigh. She's a rock and roll.
Says everything you need to know.
You should get a ruler tattooed to your penis.
Me? Just to show.
Just how big it is.
Jay, this is a great. Could you please get this rumor out there as far as you can? You're doing a great job.
I'm trying,
so far.
but you keep trying to kibosh it. Oh, Jay, you're so funny the way you lie about it. No, I felt it with my hand. My right one. My good one. I was asking a lot of people this question, and everybody went around the room, and Helen Mirren was big.
Wait, who was your 60 over 60?
I picked Helen Mirren, but then someone said Jacqueline Smith, and I looked her up, and all of her work turned out really good.
I'll tell you this.
Dental work.
57 right now, maybe 58. Christy Brinkley has never looked better.
She hit the list, and then we realized she wasn't 60, so we had to cut her loose. But she does that exercise.
No, but she never looked better. I mean, her skin, I've sat with her very close.
Not 60.
No face, no wrinkles.
Yeah. But
That's amazing.
She does that exercise thing with Chuck Norris. And Wesley Snipes.
Wesley's doing a different type of exercise now.
Yeah, right now he's doing deep squat thrusts.
Toe touches.
Toe touches? You
toe
think so?
touches. Oh, yeah.
Or do you think he's
on command?
Hey, I want you to do toe touches. Because he was Blade.
Interesting.
And they might
New
be
Jack
like,
City.
yo, that's Blade, son.
In New Jack City.
Do you think he just gets absorbed into the community in jail? He is in jail right now, right?
He's in jail.
Now, do you think he gets absorbed up into the flow? Like, did they just accept him in, or do you think they make him hustle for it? Like, you got to do my laundry a little bit.
If I'm in there for life, he hustles for it.
He's not in there for life. Oh, if
I'm in there for life, he hustles for it.
Like, I don't care if you in New Jack
City.
City.
There's no chance of us being friends on the outside. That's right. There's no chance of us being buddies on the outside.
What about Tyson? You think there's a guy in jail that was bet more? I don't think so either.
No, I don't think they have messed with him at all.
A walking Greek tragedy. Have you met him?
Oh, yeah. We've had him on the show.
He's the sweetest human being.
He's sweet.
As far as, as convicted rapists go, you can't get sweeter.
No.
You have to put, I don't want people to go like, what do you mean he's sweet? He was convicted.
No, you have to put that in there.
He was convicted. The whole thing was a little odd. It's a whole different discussion.
He came on, and he giggled so hard when he was laughing, and he would slap his hands like this. And he would go like this and just start doing the wave. Like it was.
I remember he was on ESPN. He goes, I think Jesus smoked weed. Don't you think Jesus smoked weed? My friend John Mohr, no relation, wrote a great joke on the Charlie Sheen roast. He said, Mike Tyson never met an opponent he couldn't beat, except the letter S. That great? Isn't that great?
Oh, that's beautiful. Are you doing the Charlie Sheen roast?
I won't do it. I don't like any roasts. Because, they say we only roast the ones we love, and it used to be that way, like with Buddy Hackett, Bob Hope, Dean Martin, and like Muhammad Ali and Sherman Helmsley. You want to step out in the alley, Ali? Remember when Sherman Helmsley walked up at the dais and the old Dean Martin roast, and he just gets up and he got his little notes, and he looks over at Muhammad Ali and he goes, so you're Muhammad Ali, huh? Like he'd never heard of him. It was amazing. And he's like, little Sherman Helmsley? You didn't see that?
No.
You'll love it, bro. He just walks up and he goes, see you, Muhammad Ali, huh? Like, all right, so I guess I'll read these jokes. I don't even know who you are. Like, I don't even know who you are.
Oh, God.
And then it degenerates into, you want to step out in the alley, Ali?
Oh, man, that's
good. Challenged him to a fight. But now the roasts are so mean. And, like, no one's roasting Pam Anderson because they're pals.
Yeah.
Like, you're not getting, like, a bunch
they're bringing in guys that aren't Charlie's
like,
good
oh,
friends.
God, I love David Hasselhoff. Yeah, let me roast him. He's just a sweet guy that loves burgers and booze. Yeah. What's the problem?
You go in there and you kill the guy and you leave.
Yeah,
and if you don't feel good about that.
And the collateral damage, like if I went to a roast, I would leave probably crying because you hit everyone that sits on the dais. You don't just hit the roastee.
Yeah.
You just go, Patrice O'Neal is here. He's got diabetes. So this is not only a roast for Charlie Sheen, it's a farewell party for one of his feet.
Oh, God.
That was also a John Mohr. That was a John Mohr joke also.
I saw I saw a roast one time. Dom Herrera was.
He's great.
He's great. He was doing Drew Carey or something.
Philadelphia guy.
He says, Drew. I was just with him the other night. I got my hands up around the horns of his Viking helmet.
Yeah.
And I'm.
I think he went on
banging
last.
him real hard in the ass.
He went on second to last. Pat Cooper went last.
Dom Herrera killed me.
Iowa, you want to pick that up?
Yes, hello.
I
can't talk. I love you.
I love you, girl. I got booed off stage at that roast, and I made them, with my manager, we sat down with Comedy Central and made them edit me out of the roast entirely because I was booed like a horrible person. Like, they just hated my guts. And I said, Dave Dinkins is here, former mayor of New York, and this is a weird dais. They were roasting Drew Carey.
That very roast you were edited out of?
I begged to be edited out of it. I got booed by other old, like, Borscht Belt. It was like Freddie Roman and, like, Dick Capri. Like, these old Borscht Belt comics were like, that's disrespectful. Like, they're yelling at. I'm like, what? It's a roast. Like, you're wearing a geranium on your head. I could have made fun of your wig. I said, like, it was two mayors of New York. Dave Dinkins, who had a horrible tenure as mayor.
He was not successful.
And there was
Ed Koch?
No, it was. I'll tell you if you hang out. Dave Dinkins. There was like people were murdered in Brooklyn, and like the police. There was like a Hasidic Jew was attacked. Blacks were attacked by Hasidic Jews and vice versa, and like he just mishandled the whole thing. And the ambulance came and only picked up. Do you remember all this? Do you remember this? You're a New York guy.
Yes,
the ambulance came and only picked up the Hasidic Jewish boy. And just left like 4 African Americans like, and then it just went on and on. Like a guy like a Giuliani would be like, enough, you know. And Dinkins was just trying to placate everybody. And Abe Beam was mayor during the garbage strike when it was like 40 feet high and the whole place stunk like diarrhea, and it was like a horrible, disgusting city and all the porno places and everything.
Oh yeah.
So I go, Dave Dinkins and Abe Beam are here. After the show, they're gonna go out back and have a bad mayor off, which I thought was like benign.
Good. Benign.
And Freddie Roman goes, nah, that's just disrespect. And Freddie Roman is like 140.
Shut up, Freddie.
Yeah. I go, now, did you say that or did your toupee just yell at me? And then the guy next to Freddie Roman goes, how do you know it's a toupee? Like, they're screaming at me. And it just kept getting worse. And nothing I said after that.
How do you know?
Because they're muttering during the rest of my jokes. They're like, he's disrespectful. So at the very end of the roast, Pat Cooper goes up, who's out of his freaking mind, right? And he goes, he does 1 minute of jokes. And Pat Cooper's like bona fide crazy. He goes, where's the young man that got booed? And I'm going, oh my, this is going to be the night of my life, one way or the other. Either in shame, you know what I mean? I'm either like striking out 4 times, Game 7 of the World Series, or who knows? Maybe something funny will happen. He goes, where's the young, and I'm sitting 2 seats from the podium. So after I get booed off stage, I'm right there the entire, like they have to do cameras around me. And then he goes, where's the young man that got booed? Where's the young man that got booed? And I like kind of raised my hand, and he goes, let me tell you something. They hated you. They booed you off of this stage. And I'm like, oh my God. And then he puts his finger in my face. He goes, but you didn't succumb. And he looks out at the crowd. He goes, you couldn't break him. He was pro me.
Oh, yes.
He goes, you never succumb. You couldn't break him.
And you do have a geranium on your head.
Yeah.
And you do have a toupee.
Yeah. And I, like literally like they go, all right, that's all. And as soon as like I heard the words and teleprompter for goodnight, I like slinked out of my chair and I like had to run. But people also left early because they run long. And it was the only time in my life I left the show like with a hat pulled down like, oh my, that's how bad I was at this roast. Because if it's a roast and we're going to attack people, I'm going for it.
You can't be a great comic without having those nights. You have to have that, and you have to have that under your belt. If you never know what it's like to have that, then it ain't real, right?
I agree.
Seinfeld has been booed off the stage. Get that out of here. I mean, when he was starting, now everyone's afraid to.
Are these your bullet points for me?
No, these are what I got from somebody else.
Finally, rumor has it you have a secret? Oh, that I love The Real Housewives? Oh, yeah. I'm a Bravo housewife myself.
Why do you watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
I watch all of them.
Why?
Well, because it's great fun. I get to
Fodder.
watch. What?
Do you use it in your act?
No.
Why not?
Because it's TV. I don't think people pay $30 to see a ticket to watch me talk about what I watched that night.
Okay.
And you're also taking a gamble that out of 600 people, the majority of them watch the same thing you watch.
Well, the truth is
tough to do.
Yeah, but no one watches Housewives of Beverly Hills. A small group of people do, but people know about it because of the perpetuation of their celebrity lives. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. So you kind of prove my point. So
more people hear me talk about them than see them.
Right. So then why would I go up on stage and go, let me tell you what I saw Taylor do last night to Camille? And then the guys that know me from like the Jim Rome radio show and like Sports and Jerry Maguire are like, what's happening here?
What happened to Jay? Where did Jay
Well, he used
go?
to tell stories about his kids, and now he's talking about,
Isn't that amazing that those guys want to hear you talk about your kids?
They don't have a choice. That's what I'm talking about. You went, wow, what a creep. I like that I'm talking, and Billy's like, you know what?
You're talking so much, you just eat.
Well,
right.
because someone has to pick up the, here, let me read the weather here for you.
Yeah, this isn't the weather.
All right. Hi, you're listening to the Weekend Countdown with Billy Bush on Hot 93.5.
Do it as Tracy Morgan.
I like that there's 3 exclamation points, because you do it low energy, and they want you to be fired up.
Come on, get up.
Live from the Hot 93.5 LB Smith Ford Lincoln Studios. That's too long. Hey, this is Billy Bush, and I got him pregnant. Now back to the Weekend Countdown, live at hot935fm.com and Hot 93.5, y'all.
Thank you, Tracy.
Live from the Hot 93.5 LB Smith Ford Lincoln Studios. You're listening to the Weekend Countdown on WTPA and WTPA HD1, Mechanicsburg, Harrisburg. A Cumulus station, Hot 93.5. I know exactly where that is, too.
You do?
Yeah, Mechanicsburg. It's in Pennsylvania, right in the middle.
Route 80. Do I.
Route 80, baby.
As far as they know, I'm local there. They don't know.
That's where we are.
Billy Bush does Access Hollywood, and then he flies to Mechanicsburg and does the show.
Well, they don't know. We're in the Lehigh Valley. We're in a little studio in Bethlehem, right outside of Easton. We're making our way. We'll drive west. Stop staring at it.
Big too, I gotta
Yeah,
say.
I don't want to say.
That's good, Jay.
But I don't last very long. I don't know what's worse for my wife, the fact that I'm so small or that I'm over so quickly. You know you're bad in bed when
maybe
your wife...
two bads cancel, and maybe, two wrongs make a right.
You know you're bad in bed when your wife whispers in your ear, just finish. Fortunately, my wife is very goal-oriented, and she can reach that goal very quickly, and then reach it again, and then she goes, stop.
Oh, Jay, I love you.
I'm getting everybody pregnant. Hey, Norm MacDonald loves Billy Bush. Oh, my God, Norm MacDonald. I remember the last time I was in Mechanicsburg. Oh, what the H? Oh, my God. What's going on in Mechanicsburg? And, hey, that Harrisburg's crazy this time of year, you get to go to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, see Jay Mohr do stand-up comedy at the Improv there. He's the only white comic in 2 months. Oh, my God. Cat Williams and the other guys there, you know those guys, huh? Oh, what the H? You know what I mean, yeah.
That's good.